Hey, what's going on, guys? Marvin here. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly step by step how to send in your first shipment. Now, as of late, the number one question I've been getting has been revolving around the shipping process and sending in your very first shipment into Amazon. So that's exactly what I'm going to cover in this video, and hopefully by the end, you guys are complete experts in sending in your very first shipment. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to send in an SPD shipment, which is a small parcel delivery shipment, because chances are if you're barely starting out and you're trying to figure out the whole shipping process, you're going to be sending in an SPD shipment. If you guys want an LTL shipment tutorial down the road, just let me know down below in the comment section and I will set that up for you guys. But in this video, SPD shipment, and we're going to get started right away. So the first thing you're going to do is obviously you need to be in your Amazon Seller Central account. This is where you do everything. So this is where you need to be to start out. You're going to go hover over the inventory tab and you're going to go to manage FBA inventory. And it's going to take you to your FBA inventory page where you're going to be able to see all of your FBA inventory. Now, I think it goes without saying, but let me just clear it up just in case there's any confusion. You need to list your product first. So I recently made a video about listing your very first product. You need to list your product first. You don't have to create a listing. You just have to jump onto an existing listing and then it'll be added to your inventory and then you'll be able to see it here so you can send in your first shipment. You need to do that first and then this is step number 2, okay? So with SPD shipment, with LTL shipment, it's the same thing. You can send in a single SKU shipment or a multiple SKU shipment. Okay, so if you're going to send in a single SKU shipment, all you have to do is you go to this product right here and you check the box. So if I'm doing single SKU, I will check one box for that one product that I'm sending in. If I'm doing a multiple SKU shipment, I would select 2 or select 3 or 4 or however many different products you're going to be putting into one shipment. You need to do this first and then you will do the next step. Okay, so we're going to send in a single SKU shipment. So I check the box of the product that I want, and then I'm going to go to action right here. It's going to give me a drop down menu, and I'm going to go down to send and replenish inventory. All right, so now we're on the next page, and we are creating a brand new shipment. So we will check the create a new shipping plan box right here, and then you're going to enter where this shipment is coming from. Is it coming from your house? Is it coming from your supplier? Is it coming from your prep center? Wherever that may be, that's what you need to enter here. So this is just the address to Entertainment Earth, so I just put them as an example, but you will put the address of where it's coming from, and then you will put your supplier name, your seller name slash your supplier, whatever you want to put right here. I put my name and my supplier name on the top, and then I put my supplier's address from where it's coming from. Now, it's important to remember, every single time you're sending in a new shipment, you need to confirm where the ship from is coming from. Sometimes you may get a little bit excited and you just want to or maybe you're short on time and you're just trying to rush through things and you may forget to change the ship from address and it may be coming from a different supplier. So you want to make sure you take your time, put in the right address before you continue. So then from here we go to our packing type. We have 2 options. We have individual and case packed. Now with individual, you would want to select individual if you are sending in, let's say, different SKUs in different conditions and in different quantities, all within the same box, okay? You can really mix and match in there, okay? And you have a limit of 150 units. So again, different SKUs, different conditions, different quantities of the same SKU, doesn't matter. And you can go into individual. Now with case packed, it's a little bit different. Now with case packed, all the products within a box must have a matching SKU and a matching condition. And all of the boxes with the same product must contain equal quantities of that product in each box. And your case limit is also 150 units. Okay, so in layman's terms, case packed, it's going to be the same SKU in the same condition within a particular box. Individual can be the same SKU, it can be multiple different SKUs, it can be different conditions. It doesn't really matter with the individual. Okay, so then we're going to click on individual and we're going to go to the next step. Now you have an option to use the send to Amazon, which is their new workflow, but we're going to go to the previous workflow. All right, so that takes us to this next page. Now from here, if you would want to go back and change your packing type to, let's say, a case packed after you picked individual, you would just click change to case packed right here. Okay, or let's say you messed up the address, you would just click ship from address and change it from here. Okay, so we're going to send in a quantity. Let's say we're going to send in 10. Hopefully you're going to be sending in more, but let's just say we're sending in 10, and then it's going to take us to this next page. So you need to tell Amazon who is going to prep this product. Do we want Amazon to prep it? If we do, we would click Amazon. Or are we going to prep it ourselves? Or are you going to have your prep center prep it? If you're going to prep it yourself or your prep center is going to do it, you would click on merchant. But we're going to have Amazon do it. So we click on Amazon. And then in this particular shipping plan, we only have one SKU. Okay, so we need to choose a prep category for this one SKU. So what we're going to do is we're going to do choose category. But if you have, let's say, multiple different SKUs in multiple different categories, then you will need to choose the prep category for each individual product. Okay, if they're all the same, you can just go to apply to all and go from there. So we can go to apply to all because there's only one. But here is what your prep categories are. Is it a baby product? Is it sharp? Is it fragile? Is it liquid? Okay, this particular product, no prep needed. We go to choose. And then we go to continue. Okay, so then we get taken to the labels. We need to tell Amazon once again, who is going to label this product or all of these units. Do we want Amazon to do it? If we do nothing else. We click on Amazon and then it shows up right here and they will charge us a 30-cent fee. And then we'll click continue. If we want to do it ourselves or our prep center is going to do it, then we would click on merchant. Then we will be able to download these labels and send them to our prep center or print them out and apply them ourselves. And then we would click continue. Okay, but we're going to have Amazon do it. Okay. Okay, so this shipment is going to be split up into 2 locations. This is a complete example, okay? But if this was a real shipment that we're going to be sending in, we're sending in such small units, hopefully the profit per unit is going to be really high, but we still wouldn't want to split them like this. We're going to end up spending more money on shipping on these 2 split shipments than if we were just to do inventory placement service and get a fee to be able to send them all to one location, okay? So you guys have to make the decision based off of your situation. But before we go approve and continue, we can see here that it's going to show us our service fees. Our prep is 0 because there's no prep needed for this product. Our labeling is $3 because we have 10 units, 30 cents each. We don't have inventory placement service turned on, so there's no fee for that, and then it'll give us our total. Okay. Now, if you want to go back and adjust something, maybe you made a mistake, then you could just click on the top bar right here, the top menu, and you could go back and change something. Maybe you are going to do merchant instead of Amazon on the labels, or merchant instead of Amazon on the prep, or maybe you got quantity wrong, you would just go back here. Okay. Now, another thing I recommend is once you start sending in a lot of shipments, you want to be able to identify what that shipment is at first glance instead of having to go and really dig into the shipments and find out which shipment you're looking for. Okay, so here we're going to just do test shipment 1. But you would want to label it something that you're going to be able to identify at first glance. If this is your first shipment and you don't send shipments very often, not a big deal. But if you start sending in a bunch of different shipments and you have your whole page full of incoming shipments into Amazon, you want to be able to see which ones are which at first glance. So test shipment, it's going to go to Connecticut. And if we wanted to see what shipment contents it has, like let's say it was multiple different SKUs for this particular shipment, we would just click on view shipment content and it would pull up a drop down menu. But it's one SKU, so we know it's 7 units of this one SKU. So now from here, we go to approve and continue. And these shipments are approved. Here is our shipment ID. Here is what we named it. And we're going to work on test shipment 1. Okay, so we're going to go work on shipment. Now, before we finish up here on this last page of your shipping plan, you do want to do your due diligence every single time you're going to send in your shipment. Take your time and really make sure you're entering the right information, especially if you're just starting out, because Amazon is very strict with their shipping processes and procedures, and you don't want to constantly be messing up your shipments. You say there's 10 and there's actually 20, or you say there's 20 and there's actually 10. Okay, you want to send in the proper quantities that you're entering in here, okay? Because if you do it enough times, Amazon's going to suspend your shipping privileges, okay? So just take your time when you're doing this. You can even pull this video side by side when you're doing it yourself, just in case you miss something, okay? So in this video, like I said, we're going to do small parcel delivery, so this is where we're going to click. But if we were going to do LTL, we would just check the LTL box. But we're doing small parcel delivery. And we're going to use Amazon's partner carrier, which is US. But let's say you wanted to use another carrier, or let's say your supplier was going to give you free shipping. You would just click other carrier and then you would enter in what you need to right here. But we're going to use Amazon's partnered carrier, and then we're going to go down. Now, is this shipment going to be in multiple boxes or in one box? So if it's in multiple boxes, you would click this. Everything in one box, you would click that. In multiple boxes, you're going to see that you need to enter a units per box. But with everything in one box, you obviously don't, because everything's in one box. There's only 7. Now also, with multiple boxes, you're going to have this additional menu here. Now if you want to skip your box contents, you would just go skip box information, apply manual processing fee, and you would click this and it would charge you another 10 cents per unit to not have to fill in your box configuration. Okay, you're still going to need the weight and dimensions. You just don't have to put how many units of what is in each box. Okay, and also if you're going to do multiple boxes, just use web form. It's going to be way easier than uploading a file. Just use web form and then you'll enter all the information here. But everything is in one box in this shipment, so we're going to go to everything in one box, and let's say the box weight is 3 pounds and the dimensions, let's say it's 4, 5, 8, and then we're going to hit confirm. After we've hit confirm, these are shipping charges that are going to be charged to our account. You would just click calculate, and it's going to tell you it's going to be $6.26 to ship it out to Connecticut for this product and this amount of weight. And then you click I agree to the Amazon partner carrier terms and conditions, and you would need to accept the charges to go any further. So we're going to accept the charges, and then we can go further. Before we go any further, if there is a mistake or you end up messing up on the shipment, or this isn't going to be shipped in at all, you have 24 hours, okay, to cancel these charges. You would just hit void charges, click on here, and then this transaction would get canceled, okay? But you only have 24 hours, so remember that. So then from here, we're going to come down and we're going to click on here, blank rectangle label, and then we need to let Amazon know when this is going to be shipped out. So is this going to be shipped out today or tomorrow, or is it going to be shipped out some other time in April? It's going to be shipped out today. Okay, so then we would hit print box labels. So once you hit print box label, it's going to give you a downloadable box label. You're going to download it and email it to your supplier, or you're going to print it and put it on the box yourself. Now, let's say you're not having your supplier ship it directly to Amazon. You're doing all of that on your own. Then you need to know a little bit about the box requirements. So the box that your products are contained in cannot exceed 25 inches on the longest side. So it doesn't matter what side of the box it is. If it has a side that's longer than 25 inches, that's against Amazon's requirements. And also, if there are multiple units within that box, it cannot weigh over 50 pounds. Okay, but if there is one product, let's say you're only sending in one unit, then that one unit is over 50 pounds, then it's okay. But if it's multiple different products, regardless of the SKU amount, if it's the same SKU and there's 2 units, it cannot be over 50 pounds. Okay, so after we've printed that box label out and we have sent it to our supplier, we would just scroll down and we would hit complete shipment. Then we would complete the shipment. It would pop out a new page where it has tracking information, and we could come back and check on our shipment in a couple of days and see where it's at, if it's being delivered or if it's in the processing phase. Whatever you want to know about your shipment, you'll be able to find it after that. To look at all of your shipments, you would just go back to inventory tab. You would go down to manage FBA shipments. Once you click on manage FBA shipments, it's going to show you all of the shipments that you have made and what you're currently working on. Now, what I want all of you guys to do who are watching this and who are brand new to Amazon is I want you guys to create a mock shipment. Exactly what we just did here. I want you guys to do that for yourself, because you may be grasping bits and pieces here, or you may be grasping the whole concept. But once you do it, you're really going to solidify it in your mind of how to really go through the process. You can pull this video up next to your Amazon account and you can do it, just follow along with me. But you definitely want to do a couple of mock shipments exactly like we just did, because the last thing that you want to do is have some sort of time constraint when you have to fill out a shipment really quick, or maybe you're running late to something or whatever it may be, and you have no idea what to do because you aren't experienced enough. So do a couple mock shipments, really practice it, and you guys will be experts at sending shipments in no time. So the only thing I ask is that you guys like this video, share it with a friend so that more people can find the channel. And let me know if you guys have any questions down below for that next Q&A that's coming up next week or in 2 weeks. And I will make sure to answer those questions on there. So don't forget to subscribe, guys. Like the video. That's all I ask is for you guys to like this video. And I will see you guys in that next one.